Welcome, and thank you for joining for another whiskey review. Today, we're going to take a look at the 2025 February Springbank 15, Dustin. 46% ABV as always. Going back to what I always consider your favorite single malt Scotch whiskey distillery, Dustin. Or at least probably your most bought.
Oh, definitely single malt Scotch.
Yes.
Single malt, we might be talking Cavalon here.
Yeah, we are. We've become a big fan.
Mike aggressive pouring tonight.
For you, Dustin. Only for you.
Buddy, we got a lot of reviews to do.
Hey, you fall over, it's not my problem. I'll keep going. I can feel a lot of dead air talking. So the Springbank 15, they make a couple of them every year. Again, this is the February of 2025 edition. All sherry cask maturation, natural color. Mm-hmm. Looks beautiful.
That is dark.
It is. The Springbank 15, Dustin, probably the most overlooked of the core range for me, at least besides the 10. I don't really have any 15s anymore if I gave my last one to Keith. And I never have really collected the 10, but, you know, it's still a super solid, great sherried Campbelltown whiskey.
They had a run back in the day of not very good bottles, and a lot of people kind of moved away from them. Mm-hmm. And they were always priced a little bit high, given
age.
The age and then the 12 cask strength is cheaper.
Always seemed crazy.
Like, it's cask strength, it's cheaper. Why would I not buy that?
That never made sense to me because being a Lagavulin fan, I always knew the 12 was more expensive than 16. And, you know, 46 compared to 43, cask strength compared to cask strength 12, like, or maybe it's just because I like the cask strength.
Well, you know, everybody's getting excited about this new 5-year 100 proof. I guarantee you it's going to be $110, $115.
Nope. Give me the 12 for 200.
And you just bought a 12 for 160.
Right, exactly.
And that was a high price, you know? Like, that's not even the cheapest you can find it.
We hold that 12 cask strength in high esteem. Anyway, back to this 15, Dustin. Get what you expect from the sherry.
Yeah, a little waxy on this one.
There's a Klein Leash-esque sort of note to it.
Yeah, no, this is a fresh bottle crack, guys. We just cracked this open for you, just so you know.
Dustin went and raided the Springbanks there in Cincinnati.
I just spent $700 on whiskey, Mike.
Yes, that's what we do, Dustin. That's what we do for the people. Got the 12 coming for you in cask strength in a few months. I know you guys like the Springbanks.
Yeah, this is on the earthy side without getting into like bitterness. It's actually staying very like kind of like clay kind of earthiness. Mm-hmm. Very nice. The sweetness is kind of sitting behind there. I'm not getting a lot of the peat yet, which is a little surprising, Mike. But the 15 occasionally with those heavy sherry casks will hide it a bit from you.
Use the word clay to describe kind of the funky note.
Yeah.
Or at least what I describe as the Springbank funky note, because I always go digging for it in the 15. You know what I mean? I always go digging for the sugar cookies and, you know, where is it at? And you're right, it comes off clay fire forward. A little bit of Baijiu.
Ooh, I like the fire note, yes.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Again, from the sherry cask, a lovely underlying sweetness through the whole experience. Very simple, straightforward, which a lot of them are. Which again, you don't have to be crazy with it. Now, I tell you what, Maura knows it. Again, a little bit of the sugar cookie. It's a clay sugar cookie, but it's still there. Twinge of sugar, more clay than sugar.
Oh my!
What do you get?
Okay. So I had to just dive in there, Mike.
Go for it.
Initial arrival, kind of muted. You know, nice sherry, sweet. Touch of peat starting to come through there, hint of sea salt, but really kind of muted, nothing special. But the finish, man, I'm getting like kind of like a grape chew or something like that. Not super sweet. I'd say the sweetness on this one's actually very low, but I'm getting like an unsweetened like grape chew of some sort. On the finish, really unique, really nice. Ooh, I like what they did with this one, Mike. It's kind of going its own way. Still got the classic Springbank notes coming through. A little bit of smoke on the finish. Not much. As far as Springbank 15s go, this is on the light side of peat.
Look, this is like most 15s. The sherry notes the show. How did they change it up this time? Well, they did make it awful grape crush-esque. It's a very grape forward, and I know sherry's grape, I'm not saying that, but instead of being sweeter, it is very grapey. Grape skin, blue grapes. As far as the backbone of that sherry.
It's not like plums and raisins. It's grape.
It is. It's grape. It's blue grapes. Yeah, so it's very heavy on that note. Again, like the smoke, very subdued in this one, which has kind of been, a lot of Springbanks, just in general, their releases have been felt like low on the smoke note. A sign of a lot of cask maturation, Dustin. And I would say at the very end, I mean, I kind of got the sugar cookie at the beginning, but it kind of goes back to that clay note. Just grapes sitting in the clay pot. But, I mean, it's very rich and tannic without a lot of tartness to that tannic.
Yeah.
With this sherry, which is really, it cleans it up, which was weird with Springbank because I kind of think of it as a dirty whiskey in general. But sometimes with their cask maturation, it can kind of do both things at the same time.
This is clean and dirty, yeah. One thing I'm noticing, like if you were like kind of doing like, the wheels where you kind of show the intensity, there's no intensity here, but it's got a lot of
high intensity.
Yeah. There's nothing like sharp. There's nothing jumping out. It's very balanced, a little bit dirty, a little bit sooty. And with water, Mike, I will say a little more of the Springbank malt comes through. Yep. No shocker. Sweetness went up, 10, 15%. And you're starting to pick up a little bit more of that grape and the nose that was on the finish. Not that it wasn't there before, but it's a little more prevalent, a little more obvious.
Justin, this to me is just a natural continuation of Springbank away from their super funky offerings, say around 2010, 2011. Some of the bottles we got into more cask-dominated, very palatable, or hide in the spirit a lot with the cask maturation style of releases that we've seen. And probably no one whiskey in the core range is as much affected as this 15-year. Again, if you love sherry, you're going to love this whiskey. I still say, other than I wanted a higher ABV, but I'll beat that dead horse all the time. I'll still say this keeps going away from the core of what Springbank really is. This is super low on the funk. This is extremely palatable for anybody who likes sweet whiskeys or sherried whiskeys in general. I'm not saying that's a terrible thing. I'm just saying we keep moving in a general direction, which is more cask domination rather than showcasing the spirit itself.
I think they've had some that were a little more aggressive in that sense, that had more of that dirty oak that I wasn't a big fan of. This one's a little more balanced. The one thing I will say about this, Mike, is it's still doing a good job if you were in that Highland Park, Ben Romek, Sherry Bomb kind of world of the 15s, where you're getting a nice little bit of peat. I think Springbank still delivers a little more peat than those two do, and it does it in a little bit better way.
Agreed.
It's a more sophisticated, a little bit better sherry note, and maybe just me, but I like the fact that its color is really nice.
I was going to say, color don't lie.
That's so nice.
When it's a clear glass bottle and it's natural color, as it is with every Springbank, the color doesn't lie. This is why when you're not afraid to show off your cask maturation, this is why you put it in a clear bottle.
Yeah.
That's why other people put it in a brown bottle. And if you just want to simply say, I like Springbank and I like sherried whiskeys, this is right up your alley. It's still another great whiskey. I just wish Springbank every once in a while come a little bit more back to the funky beginnings because I like a little more sugar cookie. I like a little bit more funk.
Mike, I think this kind of brings the question we probably need to get to is a 15-year, which one to choose, and maybe bring a black box in there and see what people think.
We'll do that. You guys love the comparison.
It's been on the list for a while.
And we love to drink, so we will do that for you guys. All right, Dustin. Your bottle. I'll go first as far as the whiskey score. Now, again, this is a bottle crack, so it takes a little bit of time. But these are pretty standard bottlings. We're not getting anything here I wasn't expecting to get out of this offer.
It'll be better in a few weeks, so I'm going to give it a half-point bonus and just in my head.
Okay, so right there with you, because I was going back between two scores, Dustin, 86 and an 87, so I'm going to call it an 86.5. I appreciate your thought on the half point.
Just bump it up to that 87, then we'll call it, just for simplicity.
If that's what you want to do.
Simplicity.
Where you going?
So I was basically between 87 and 88. I really like that kind of grape thing on the finish, that grape crush thing, as you call that, called the grape chew.
Grape crush.
I don't know that I've gotten that exact note. The last one of these I had a little more refill sherry notes in it, which I enjoyed. It was quite good. Don't think we actually brought it to you guys because I've been planning on doing which one to choose, and I got excited about the brand new bottle. So I'm going to give it the 88, but I'm probably overscoring it.
You know what? It's a very consistent bottle with a lot of Springbank 15s. Is it my favorite? Probably not, but it's probably on. If scale of 1 to 10, 10 being my favorite, 1 being the worst Springbank 15 ever, it's probably around a 5 or a 6. It's a solid offering.
I've noticed the last probably 5 years, I've started to enjoy the variance in these, which I didn't think there was prior to that.
Yeah.
And now I'm realizing, there's enough where I like having 2 or 3 of these open at all times so I can kind of do a little comparison. So
absolutely,
I'm enjoying it. So that's why we keep bringing the reviews. Unfortunately, I don't know how many releases they do a year. I can't quite figure it out. So I'd love to bring them all, but we're not going to track down every one of these.
Yeah, it's not easy like the 12s where they do batch numbers anymore.
Yeah.
Justin, one thing I'll add before I go, when I say grape crush, if you're a crush fan, it's like iced tea. So if you like iced tea, you either like sweet tea or you like non-sweet tea. I'm sweet enough. I don't need any sweetener. But you like one or the other and you don't like the other.
Said no one ever.
The crush is the exact same way. You're an orange person, you're a grape person, and you're one or the other and you don't like the other with your pizza. I'm more of an orange guy, but I can recognize grape crush.
I like both, and I've never thought to drink either with my pizza.
I'll drink any soda. You're right about that. We're Americans. Anyway, those are our thoughts on this particular. Wish you guys had a chance to try this new Springbank 15 from 2025, the February release. Let us know what you guys think. Dustin, until next time, we'll wish the folks
Happy sherry drinking.
We'll see you then.